obviously disappointed in how we played. It's really embarrassed, to be honest with you. Just really poor job of coaching, poor job playing, everything involved. But, hey, there's no excuses. No excuses. They wanted it more than we did. It's that simple. This is in the game of football, do the things that we did, most times you're going to get beat, especially with a team that grabs the momentum, and that's what happened. They got the momentum, and we never got it back. Field position, I think they had 3 straight scores that was 6-yard line, 11-yard line, and maybe the 14-yard line, back to back to back, and we just never get the momentum back our way. And turnovers, we've had 11 turnovers now in 3 games, and that's it's not a complicated game. Really disappointed in that. Had some costly penalties. We had some sacks, really looked like an immature team out there tonight. So that's really it in a nutshell. It's not anything more complicated than that. But as I told our team, listen, we're a family, and families hurt together. They celebrate together, they grow together. That's what families do. So that's what this team will do. And, we've got to refocus on our goals. Our goals. We didn't just now create our goals. They hang on our wall. They've been hung up there for 2.5 years now, going on 3 years. And every goal is still there, and that's what we got to focus on. This one's over. It's incredibly disappointing. It's embarrassing how we played, but I give NC State and Coach O'Brien the credit, because they certainly earned it and wanted it more than we did. But bottom line for us is just refocusing on the goals ahead, and that starts with our state championship this week, and trying to just play a better football game than what we did. It's Thanksgiving week. Obviously very, very disappointed in how we played in this ball game, but at the end of the day, I'm still thankful to be a Clemson Tiger. I'm still thankful for my football team. I'm still thankful for my coaches. And I'm thankful that the season's not over. I'm thankful that we have another opportunity to play. And I'm hopeful we're going to play a whole lot better than we did this week. With that, I'll take questions.
Do you just feel like with the title clinching or the division clinching win last week, South Carolina had just maybe not there psychologically quite enough today?
No, I don't feel that. I thought we had great practice all week. We certainly didn't play like we practiced. We had 4 turnovers. And, we put our defense in really, really poor shape, to start this game, and we just couldn't get the turn. The momentum just ran out of gas there, and we weren't able to overcome it. But I'm not making. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. Simple as that.
Coach, you mentioned the turnovers. Is there a reason the turnovers have gone? I mean, can you pinpoint anything?
All I can tell you is sometimes that's how it goes in this game. Sometimes things go in cycles a little bit. It's been different type of stuff, but it really was a big factor in the game at Georgia Tech, and it was a big factor in the game last week that we fortunately were able to overcome it, and certainly was a huge factor tonight, especially from a field position standpoint, where we turned it over, and give up another punt return. That's 2 weeks in a row. We've got guys in position to make a play, and we just don't make the play. So we got to look at what we're doing there again. I thought Dawson punted the ball well, but they just whipped us.
Surprised at how much not having Philip Price out there hurt?
Not really. Philip's a good player, and he's been a stabilizing force for us all year on that offensive line, and we didn't play very well up front today.
How about not having Sammy and what you missed not having him?
Well, yeah, absolutely. He's a great player, but again, there's no excuses. None. We got good football players, and we're a better team than what we play. But you can't win when you turn it over 4 times. And, we give up a sack fumble. Then we put the ball on the ground again. I mean, it just, a couple of picks. You're just not going to, in a punt return. You can't win. You can't win that way. And it's just the bottom line.
How close was Sammy to playing today? What was the decision like to sit him?
Well, we looked at him at warm-ups, and he did some good things. He caught everything left-handed, one-handed. And he put on a show in warm-ups if you paid any attention. But he just still a little sore, and we just didn't want to have any setbacks. And then we obviously wanted to win this game, but we got other good players. Adam Humphries did some good things out there today. I thought he stepped in and made some nice plays, but. We're a team, and just tonight we were not a very good team. And you tell these guys the stove's hot, it's like raising kids. Sometimes you tell them, but sometimes they got to learn the hard way.
What's your tackle situation look like for next week?
Well, I think Brandon Thomas is going to be okay. We'll see on Phillip. I don't know. I would say he's still questionable until we can get back and really see where he is on Monday. Brandon actually wanted to try to go back in there, so I'm encouraged by that. So hopefully he'll be fine. And if not, then David would start at left tackle for us, and Corey would probably start inside of guard.
Yeah, Coach, talk about NC State.
I think Landon will be okay.
Coach, the NC State, they were doing some things differently tonight on defense and offense. Like they played with 5 defensive backs, took a linebacker out.
Well, they're just reacting to what we do, and from a personnel standpoint, we weren't surprised that they played some nickel people on us with what we do, but they did a good job.
And then offensively, they were doing a lot of motion, a lot of different sets that they haven't been doing this year.
Yeah, I mean, again, we knew they were going to run the stretch play. We knew they were going to screen it to the back. They just executed very well, and we did everything we could to help them. It's, like I said, get the ball on the 6, 14, and 11. That's a pretty good starting field position there. I'd like to have those type of starting points, but but they finished it and they got it done. I thought their front played very well defensively, and when they got the momentum, their energy just was incredible, and we couldn't match it.
Do you have any doubts about this team's ability to pull it together before such a big game next week?
No, I mean, I hope not. We're going to go back to work, and you can't get ready for the state championship, and I mean, there's a problem. I mean, so, if you can't get ready to play this game, again, it's our next goal. Our first goal is to win their opener. We did that. Our second goal is to win the division. We've done that. And our next goal is to win the state championship. We have an opportunity for that, and that'll come this week. Certainly going to take a lot better performance than what we had today, and really going to have to count on our leadership and the staff to do a great job of pulling them back together, putting this one behind us, and refocusing on what's in front of us.
Coach, the last 2 games on the road, obviously been tough on you. Is this something where it's turned into where the players are just putting their guard down a little bit at Georgia Tech in this game?
No, I just think we've had 8 turnovers in the last 2 games, and it's you clump the whole team together. I don't think that's fair. Got a lot of guys that are doing some good things, but we look like an immature team tonight, and I think we did a very poor job in certain spots. But it's a team game. Everybody's got a job doing. Everybody's got to do the job.
What were Landon's injuries?
Landon felt just a tweak in his ham, and we weren't going to. We just pulled him on out. I thought it was his knee at first, but it wasn't. And who was the other one? Brandon Thompson. Brandon Thomas's knee, and but he, like I said, he wanted to go back in. We just didn't put him back in.
Coach, after that last pick, I saw you over with Taj. What did you tell him?
I just told him, there'd be better days. There's been better days, and there'll be better days ahead. And when you play that position, there's opportunities to learn and grow in everything. And unfortunately, when you're a competitor, when you're in competition, you have some days like this where you just run into a buzzsaw. And it's how you react to it. I told him the same thing. Listen, we got to refocus on our goals and learn from this. Everybody's got to challenge themselves and go back to work.
Do you think Taj's struggles were more some of the things that he's been doing over the past 2 or 3 games, or a result of the pressure that he was feeling?
Well, I don't want to speak to Taj. I mean, we got hit from behind on the fumble. I mean, it's just depending on his teammate to do his job, and we don't do our job. So, I mean, it's hard for that to really be put on him. I mean, he certainly had some things he could have done better tonight, but he didn't quit. He kept battling, and all the way till we just took him out right there at the end. Everybody's got to be more accountable. Everybody's got to take ownership. And everybody's just got to put this one behind us. Listen, at the end of the day, it's ugly, and you never want to lose a game. Period. You certainly don't want to lose one like this. And we ain't had many games like this. But as I tell them all the time, it is a very simple game. It is not complicated, and this is not the plan to win. That's for sure. This is a recipe for getting you embarrassed, just like we did today.
You think Sammy and Phillip will be ready to go?
I don't know about Phillip. I think Sammy will be. Phillip, I don't know.
Anything else?
All right, Ted, this is
Players
Brian.
and the 2 coordinators,